Hi, everybody. I'm Mikey, and welcome to the IMF podcast, standing for In My Feelings. Who are you and what you do?
What up, y'all? It's your boy O'Neely, as you all may know.
What's up, y'all?
Talking to Mike.
Talking to Mike, bro.
Damn, bro, don't stop.
We already go start, bro.
Look. My name is D Spaz. Call me Spaz, D, whatever you want to call me, but you won't see why. It pissed me off, too.
That is definitely going to be something that happens between the three of us.
Facts, bro.
So we started the IMF podcast just to kind of, talk about some things and talk about different avenues and different situations that people deal with. And I'm not going to lie to you, we're not all going to have the same opinion. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we're going to walk out of here and be homies. And that's one thing I feel like we're missing in the world right now is just being able to have a difference of opinion, but still be like, yo, that's still my dog. No matter what he thinks about or whatever I think about, we are cool at the end. And if I can't change his perspective or he can't change my perspective, it's cool to have a difference of opinion. I think that's a big thing for the IMF podcast. That's what we really want to know is what makes you in your feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of started because we all worked in the same industry, in the nightclub industry, and we would just be talking after work, and we just figured, let's just put a camera in front of this. You know what I'm saying? We just having regular conversations. We putting each other on game. We talking about different situations that we've been throughout all the night, and just comparing situations through our difference of perspectives and how they come together, how they don't come together, the funnies of it, the angers of the different situations. So, yeah, bruh. Well, let's start in the industry, I guess.
Yeah, how did you end up in the industry?
Nah, I started in the industry. It's going on 10 years, actually. I just hit 10 years and retired. So I retired, but I was 10 years in the game. I was 21, fresh, playing at Southwestern College, playing football, and I needed a job at night because I needed to be able to go to school during the day. Mm-hmm. So I remember my mom worked at a dentist office, and this dude used to come in, and he used to work at a nightclub. So she asked him, she's like, hey, I got my son. He's kind of a big dude. Can you get him a job? So I go there. I go to this interview. They hired me on the spot. It was easy. And
what's your background, real quick?
So
your ethnicity background.
Oh, okay. So I'm black, white, and native. So I'm a big mutt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought you was Puerto Rican.
That's what everyone thinks. Nah, I'm not Puerto Rican. But yeah, nah. I'm black, white, native. But I mean, I did grow up in the South Bay, so pretty culturally, I'm definitely have some Hispanic influences. Yeah. So it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So once I got into the nightclubs, we went to this place, and it was definitely the Wild Wild West. It was definitely something I wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
And we put some time in, and I saw some crazy stuff. I did some crazy stuff, and it was honestly the craziest year and a half at that place ever. And then we went from there. I went from that to another club, and we went from making money to not making money. So it actually led me to start my business.
Is this place with the 2 letters?
So the first one was the 2 letters.
Okay.
The second one was freaking a Pokemon. That's the second one.
So hold on, you were hopping downtown. You was like a
we did it. Nah, we did a walkout. That's the crazy part. Nah, that was the crazy part. So they came at us and they're like, "Yo, you ain't doing enough work. You need to do X, Y, and Z."
Yeah.
So the whole security staff left on one night. We all clocked out at the same time. At the first one, we all clocked out.
I remember you told me about this. Yeah.
We went across the street to what was it was like a little Mexican restaurant. Mm-hmm. We all sat there, and we just wanted our manager to walk across the street and be like, "Yo, you guys are good. Chill out. We don't need no problems." Mm-hmm. And he never came. So we all quit the same night.
Right there.
We left the same night. Didn't get.
That's wild.
Bro, it
It
was
really be like that though.
it was wild, bro. And then just the fact we did that, we almost blackballed ourselves. We did. It definitely got a little dicey for a minute.
Yeah.
And then we went to the next club, and their club was just rough.
Y'all went all together like a
Yeah,
field
the
trip?
whole squad, bro. Whole squad.
That's what's up.
Same day, bro. Same day. Walked around the corner and got jobs that same day
At the
second club,
That is hell.
bro. And that place was cool. It
Pokemon.
was the Pokemon was cool. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was sometimes, bro. Like
Playing back in your head, man.
yeah, man. That was different, bro. So because you went from a hip hop club to a Latin reggaeton club.
Yeah.
And bro, like it was different. So like at the hip hop club, everybody was pocket watching. Everybody wanted money.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted all this stuff. We got to the Latin club. They didn't give a shit about no money. And the girls was in there. They were just dancing, having fun. Like it was probably one of the funnest places to work. But it did have that rough connotation. So like there was some scraps in there. There was some times like it was 2 stories. So the fact that it was 2 stories, you'd have a fight and you'd have to run down some stairs.
Down.
Be honest, how many times you fell down them flight of stairs?
None, actually.
Cat.
Nah.
You lie.
But I've not seen you blitz through a whole crowd and you telling me 2 floors?
Yeah.
You upstairs chilling and you get that call and you not blitzing through?
No, we blitzing through, but all right, at that time, you got to realize at that time, I was like 22. So I'd hit halfway up, I'd see halfway up the stairs and I'd just be jumping. I'd be like, all right, peace. Bro, I didn't care, bro. Like I was nuts. Like,
that's why you got any problem now.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Bro, there was a couple times like we had people get in fights, get crazy, and I'd carry them, I'd put them over my shoulder and run upstairs. Like, I'm talking like people were like, what the? And like, that's just what it was. And I didn't care. Like, even my managers and shit were like, how are you doing this? And I was like,
yeah.
I mean, dude, at one point in time, I was 330 pounds running a 5 flat 40. So I was fucking moving. I was strong, but then I never got anywhere with football, but you just kept the size.
Yeah. You kept the skills too.
Yeah, you keep the skills. And you know, for me, I didn't have too many bad injuries in football. So I was like, all right, cool. So my body was chilling. So I freaking would go, and I was reckless, bro. Like the first couple years in the industry, I was reckless. Bro, I did not care. And then and then we went from there. We worked there for freaking maybe 2 years. And I want to reiterate this to some people. People don't realize when I started in the industry, the first club paid me $11.50. And I thought that was cool. Like $11.50, bro. Damn. Like there was no way. $11.50.
How much is minimum wage now? Like 20
I don't even know, dog.
Nah, I think
22.50.
Nah, I think it's 17.50.
17?
17.50. But bro, I started at $11. I was fighting people for $11.50. I was like looking back at that, I'm like, what was I even doing, bro?
Crashing out
for $11.50.
That's crazy, bro.
Then when we finally, so after that, I went to a security company, right? So we went to the security company that had a contract with where me and Danny worked.
Yeah.
So that was before Danny. So I got there. It had been open for maybe like 4 months. So I'm working for the security company, and they contracted guys out. So I was like the Nampors and stuff like that. So I came in, and within, I would say like 4 months, they tried to move me. They're like, nah, you don't need to go there no more. You're gonna go somewhere else.
This was at the company.
And and I remember our manager at the time, Mondo, called them and said, we will terminate this contract.
We'll bleep that out.
If you don't
name dropping.
Hey, man. Nah, that dude was cool. Hey, they don't know where he was at.
That's facts. A lot of people may not know.
Yeah, so he pulled me, and then the manager at the time was like, took me and 2 other guys, and they were like, yo, they straight poached us. Like, they didn't even care.
The company did?
Yeah, so they're like, yo, we're going to terminate this contract. You guys are going to come work for us. And we were like,
I realized that happens a lot in San Diego.
oh, 100%.
That
So
shit is unreal.
we got poached. And I mean, I'm glad I got poached because I mean, I did
Right.
8 years there. So it was, you know, it was definitely
You was there from the beginning, innit? 2016?
like 4 months. Yeah. 4 months after no.
After
So
opening?
it opened in 2017.
Yeah.
So 2017 they opened. February 2017, I was there by July. So I started July 17th.
Yeah, yeah. Like during summer, like
Yeah.
peak season.
Peak season. So yeah, and we worked there. I worked there all the way till COVID. I took a year off. Everyone took a year off because of COVID.
Right.
Then I took another 6 to 7 months off and came back right before I got married. So I came back to get money for, you know, the wedding.
Yeah.
So, and then it just kind of was one of those things. That
When like COVID was still, when like they were doing all the outside stuff or what?
No, I came back 2020, late 2021. So,
So everything was open.
yeah, everything was open. So I came back, it was Halloween weekend. My first day back was
yeah.
the holiday, was the Thursday of Halloween weekend.
Okay.
And it was dope. I mean, I made a lot of money in that place. Like, I made a lot of money. I made a lot of connections. It helped me with opening my businesses. So like, for me, I was like, the industry was a double-edged sword.
Right.
Because either people are gonna crash out or you're gonna make your networking and make it work.
Yeah.
So that was, you know, that was me. I did that. That's 10 years of my life. It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
It's definitely crazy. So, Danny, what made you get in there?
How did I'm actually?
Oh, yeah, I never knew that.
Knew how you got in.
Man, it was an accident, honestly. So look, this is how it happened. I wasn't even supposed to be in the industry. I remember I was working security for MTS, whatever. Because they had lost their previous contract, got into a new contract. But once I moved to San Diego, I was like, I'm willing to grab whatever. Applied, didn't even know what it was. Mind you, I'm out here just lost. Like, yo, this shit is reality. You know.
When did you come to San Diego?
November 2022. That's when I decided.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so I had to figure it out. So I left on vacation because I needed that one just to decompose.
Yeah.
Then came back and was just like, I put in probably like a shit ton of job applications. Was like, yo, you only came here with a suitcase, a car, and I just took that leap of faith.
And a dream.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy how like people really do that, bro. Like, I've never been in that situation where you would just like move cross country or like just like drop everything and go somewhere else. I've never had that situation. We know y'all know our boy, a white boy that works at our old spot.
Yeah.
The busser. He did that. Like he went to he was from New Hampshire. He just came here literally just off the clothes off his back, a luggage, and he did the same thing. That shit's crazy.
But reason you gotta understand this too. Something about this place, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the beach or how you feel at the time. Being from like one city and coming to another city, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, yo, if I can make it in New York, I could definitely make it here. So
for sure.
When I went back to New York and they were like, hey, just stay, I just felt like it was like a safety net. It was just like, because like if I fell on my ass, I know my family got me, my sister got me, my brother got me, and it's just like, how am I supposed to grow as a man after coming out of some grown man shit to jump back 5 steps back? Yeah, I could have did it for a little bit but then I didn't want to get too comfortable. So once I took that leap, I was like, bro, you end up going homeless or you crashing out, then at least you knew you tried.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So once I did that, I would think I was patrolling downtown. I was just walking downtown, asking random people about certain places and certain things, and I met I forgot his name, the one that looked like Shamar Moore. The one that, what's his name? Damn, he's always racing his Corvette, the blue one.
Yeah, no.
I.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's the CEO of Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, so him, we chopped it up a little bit, and he was just like, yeah, you could just work for us, whatever. But I had already got my guard card through MTS. That's how I ended up locking in with them. And then I was supposed to transfer over to become a train conductor. And then they were like, there's a waiting list. And I'm like, man, fuck that. I need some money. So in my mind, it is what it is. But working so many hours in the service, And then getting out, some people get too comfortable. So I told myself, if I could put 12 hours of my life a day in working for the service, I can definitely do it for me as a person. And that's how I end up doing 8 hours with them.
MTS.
Yeah, MTS. And then I did no, I take that back. It wasn't 8 hours. It was Sunday through Wednesday, 12 hours each day for 40 hours. And then from Thursday night to Saturday was the spot, whatever. Yeah. And then during the day, sometimes when I pick up shift, this to hit over 40. So yeah,
wait, you started with the company or with the nightclub?
No, I started with the company first, but MTS first.
No, that's what I'm saying. But when you said you met,
So when I met everybody, was the reason why I got into that industry was because of the fact that I was patrolling and I met, I think his name was Gary or Greg or whatever his name is. Greg, the smooth old man. He was kind of old. Mm-hmm. He looked young, but he looked old. Had the nice sleek. He was one of the better.
He's the smaller. No,
he was pretty tall. It was Armando and it was him. It was like
that was Greg.
Yeah, Greg.
Yeah, so, that was Greg.
I was walking by and he was just like, man, we was just having a regular conversation. He was like, what's that in your hand? I was like, I'm just handing out resumes and trying to figure things out, whatever. He was just like, yo, you seem like you got, he was like, yeah, you seem like you got some, like a lot going on for yourself, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yo, you should just apply and just put my name on the application. So the only reason why I had got hired was because I went back to follow up to see what the status of the application was. Because some people don't know that.
Yeah.
Even if you submit an application, you're supposed to always dress up just in case you get hired or interviewed on the spot. Mm-hmm. Because at the MTS job, I got hired right there.
Right there, yeah.
So I was like, yo, let me just throw in a nice suit, clean up nice, go talk to people. And they were like, all right, cool. Went in, I ended up running into Adrian. But remember, this is how everything just happened. So I forgot what's his name again. What's his name from Odyssey? He was like, yo, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you work, right? You're going to work for us. It was paying me every week. I was working at the spot on the corner, working there for a little bit. They found out that when I went to go, because I told myself, if you're going to go for minimum wage, always try to, like, go after, like, something that's going to pay more than what you got right now. So I was like, all right, cool. I went. They followed up. I went back and asked them. He was like, yo, look, I offer you a deal. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Adrian, by the way. You got to give props when this dude.
Hey, the dude was cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Right? He was just like, yo, look, I'll tell you what. If you quit the job on the corner, I'll pay you more. Because that industry, that place pays more than any other place downtown.
That was true.
Then they let you keep your tips. Because we wasn't supposed to keep our tips over at the other spot.
Yeah, that was the one place. That's the thing about that spot was.
Yeah, so mind you get minimum wage. The perks is you get paid every week, but I can't accept money from guests. So guests will slide me money, and I'd be like, I can't take it. And there was always people walking and people looking to see if you were gonna take money.
And they have like secret shoppers, so like people would run through and they give you $100 bill, and so you take it, and then they tell on you. Mm-hmm. So you get that $100, but then you wouldn't have a job.
This was where at the corner.
Yeah,
at the corner. If you put two and two together, you be like, no.
Yeah, bro. It's been like that.
So think about where we exit and look at the corner.
Her.
Yeah. So it was kind of, for a place to be that popping.
I didn't know you started there.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know.
That's where he started.
That's where I started.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I needed something quick, so that put me at over 60. So I just wanted to live comfortable.
Yeah.
Paid out my rent, lifestyle of eating clean, and I just had money to save over, you know what I mean, while I was working. But anyway, so followed up. Within 2 weeks, they hired me. Boom. I did all the interviews. It was like a long process, but they got me in there quick. And once I got in there, that's when everything began, man. So,
2022?
This was, my hire date was January, I say 2023. But the process was going through. Remember, I had came back from vacation, so that was like December into January. That's when I started working. I'll say that was the best orientation I ever been through, ever in my life.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Food was good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, shit was.
They took care of you.
Yeah.
But
They took care of you.
Shit went downhill real quick after a year or two.
It wasn't the same no more.
Yeah, I was kind of.
You should have seen when I did it, bro. I did it in 2017. So
How was that then?
oh, bro, they were throwing money at you. You had nice food, freaking like full court, like they had coordinated stuff, like it was dope. And we'd work almost an 8-hour shift. So you do an 8 hours. So like your first check, like most places, you're like you ain't get nothing. There was like a full day work.
I swear.
I was like, I'm like, damn, this is orientation. Like I get 3 days of work.
That's what I said. I looked at because I got that first direct deposit after that first pay week, and I was like, I just went to orientation. That's it.
Yeah, they paid you. They paid you for that too.
I'm like, whoa.
Well, that is
you know what's so crazy too.
What?
I went when I followed up on a application status. That was to work at the hotel.
Oh,
They were like, no.
You going down there.
They were like, you don't got enough experience for the hotel, but I could offer you a better deal. And that's when he was just like, yo, leave this place, come here, boom, boom, boom. He hooked it up.
Yeah.
And then once I got there, it was just problems. Because it was just like, you're young, you're in the suit, just so much stuff. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go down that road, but it's like.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though.
Yeah,
It
it got a little crazy. I mean, we all went through it. It got crazy real quick. Especially
Like
being like for me, when I started, I was 21. So I dated in the industry. I freaking messed around in the industry. You know what I mean? Like that was
dating.
that
Listen, we're not going to talk about dating because you already get stamped. Just for working there. And it's just like, well, that's crazy.
That's
like, how
so
can you?
fast.
I don't know,
make
bro. I
that-
think
how
that
can
was
make
just
that-
you, bro. I didn't have that.
bro,
I didn't have that
bro,
connotation.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Like,
you
I didn't
about to
have
open
that.
up
I don't
another
know.
can of worms, man. I'm telling you, dude. That shit.
Well, now wait up. So where did you start out? Oh no.
Man, funny thing, a lot of people think I started like when I was young, like 21, straight 21. I started when I was 25. I'm 29 now. So no. I started 20. Damn, when did I start? 2020. So 5 years I've been in the industry. Before I even, because I used to never go to downtown. I didn't know nobody downtown. I've been to downtown probably like one time, maybe twice. Ever since turning 21. I turned 24. I had people that I knew. I don't want to say who, but like that I was affiliated with that worked at the club in Point Loma. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, he sounded gang affiliated for 2 seconds. I
My
was like,
bad.
I was affiliated with the.
You know the worst thing about talking about this? You're not trying to give too much.
Right,
It's
but
like you're fighting. You're like you're saying it in your head,
Bro,
but you're not.
that's the hardest part.
Bro.
You're like, yeah,
It's
this
hard to-
I'm like,
T.
yeah.
This. I'm like, bruh, it's so hard. But you're like, but I mean, I get it. Like, we just want to make sure that everybody's cool.
Yeah.
We don't have no problems with.
We don't want to like call people out or like,
Yeah.
put anybody else's business out there that they don't want shared or, expose people or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I had people that I knew that worked at a certain club in Point Loma, and basically the people that I knew introduced me to the GM over there. And I didn't know until basically like they introduced me. Oh, this guy's the GM over there. And I was like, oh, there was like, you can make money. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Whenever y'all need me, like, let's go.
Yeah.
This was August of, I want to say 2019, actually. 2019 August. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. I didn't get a call back until probably September. So I waited those few months. And he had told me like, yeah, I'm gonna just hit you up. I'm thinking next month or like in a few weeks he's gonna call me. He texted me 2 months later. He was like, oh, yo, are you free tonight? Come in. I came in. I started bussing. I had no idea like what I was getting into. Like I said, I'd never been to downtown. I'd never been to no club. I had only been to 1 or 2 clubs. I never been to that type of club ever before.
Yeah, that was a big difference,
bro. Insane. So that was my introduction to those type of those types of clubs. I've never been in there before. So, but it was cool because like the way the GM did it over there, he made it more clubby, just with the all the extra stuff. So
oh yeah, like isn't that like you guys would have events? You guys have people come in.
Yeah, we had
like,
events.
Yeah, that's definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah,
because usually those places can be a little sleazy, a little kind of. Like,
that's what I'm saying, and that's why I was like, kind of. I didn't know if I really wanted to do it because like, obviously the reputation those types of clubs get, you don't know who or what, like who's running it, whatever. But so I worked there the first night and it was super dope. Like it was super fun. Everybody was super friendly. And then the biggest thing was, so I started busing there. And this is when the time it was like busy, like everywhere, like nightlife and everything was super busy. I was a one busser per 4 bottle girls in the nightclub. And I had no idea what the pay was. I had no idea what the tips was looking like. At the end of the night, each girl gave me at least like $100 in cash, just cash, like not even on my check, like cash.
Oh yeah.
And
hey man, it is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. But so like I was like. So the first bottle girl handed it to me. I'm like, oh, appreciate you. And then the next one handed me a whole nother stack. Next, again, four stacks of cash, and I was like, this is the money I'm about to be making. Mm-hmm. And I texted the GM. I'm like, whenever you can, like, put me on, please.
Oh, 100%.
I swear, because I was walking out like when I first started. They had me at a flat rate at. It was either 150 or 200 just for the one night, and I was working there 3 or 4 nights, Thursday through Sunday.
Damn, you had it good. We never got paid like that. That's decent.
Yeah,
you had to earn.
Yeah, we had to. I wasn't getting paid like that, man.
And then so I was at that club for I want to say 3 years, 19, 20, 21, and then. The GM was like, bro, you got to get to downtown. Like that's where the real money's at. So I had gotten an interview with downstairs, and oh, man, this is crazy. There's a crazy thing about that interview actually. I got an interview downstairs. I basically got denied, but they were like, oh, but upstairs is hiring. Rooftop bar.
Oh, caveat to that. They did that to everybody.
I'm sure.
All those positions. So like if you were a bottle service, you were a bartender, or you were a busser, it did not matter. They would not hire you downstairs. Like it never mattered. Like they never hired downstairs.
The management back then was the reason why.
Like they did not care. It wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go earn your stripes upstairs, and then you kind of get shifted down there.
Mm-hmm.
But because I saw it many a time, and then people would be like, "Oh, wow, I didn't get it down there," but then they would mess up and they wouldn't take the other position, and they'd be like, "Oh," but I was like, "Well, people didn't realize though that upstairs was making decent money.
Yeah,
it was decent money, especially at that time because it was." What was that, 2021? Mm-hmm. Everything fresh reopened. People wanted to be outside. It was
the only thing that was open. The rooftop was the only thing, one of the only things open. So, like, the lines was literally around the block.
Oh, 100%.
Around the block, bro. It was crazy. So,
this is like, what, after COVID? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was right after COVID. So, after COVID?
Mm-hmm. When they had, when like, the limited restrictions started reopening, so... anything without a roof was able to run operations. Yeah. So that around that time. So not fully open, but limited access essentially. And so there was like, nah, they denied me downstairs. We got an interview for you upstairs if you want it. all right, cool. I went back to the GM. I'm really close with the GM at the other clubs, and I was like, oh, what do you think about this spot? He's like, yeah, bro, do it. They're always busy. I'm like, all right. Did the interview, got the job, and then I started up as a busser there too, and then management changed after probably about like a year and a half. So I was working the first club, I was working the rooftop, and then I was going to school at the same time. After a year and a half upstairs, that management change happened, and everybody was saying like, bro, you got to get downstairs, bro. Like you gotta.
That's when A took over, right?
M.
Oh.
Young Buck.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. So that's when he started. Him and I were close because we were the same age, and he just got that new management spot, and I was just like, bro, when can I bar back downstairs? Because I started bar backing at Pool House, and I was like,
that was my guy. I forgot about him.
Yeah, God.
I forgot about him for 2 seconds.
I don't know if you remember him.
Nah, I think that was.
I wasn't there for that.
That was before.
No, that was before.
Anyway, so I chopped it up with him, and he was like, "Oh, can you bar back?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I bar back up here. I bar back at the other club." He's like, "All right, this Thursday." Mind you, this was Sunday, so a year and a half. The management changed. I literally just go up to Buddy, and I'm like, "When can I go downstairs?" He's like, "Can you bar back?" I'm like, yeah. All right, Thursday. So we had the Sundays for the rooftop, and just in that same week, that Thursday, there was like, come downstairs.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have lied even if I'd never bar
swear,
back the day in my
swear,
life. I would have been like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I can. What do you need me to do? Cool. Like I would have been with confidence too, been like, yeah.
Bruh.
Like you all gotta train me anyway.
Yeah, facts.
You
I had a great trainer, by the way. Shout out to you know who you are.
Nah.
But yeah, so yeah, I started there, and then that's it. I stopped working at the first club. I put all my time into downstairs and then upstairs, and then they fully needed me downstairs, and I've been there ever since, the past 3.5 years now. So
That's crazy how all of us did this, got in the industry, and like that was just how we rolled.
Yeah, bro.
Like, and I feel like people don't realize that it's like a black hole sometimes. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but years go by fast.
It's definitely a bittersweet thing.
And that's the thing, like, wrapping up the episode, like, honestly, I feel like people don't realize how fast time goes and how fast, you can be in that industry and just
get lost.
Get lost. Mm-hmm. Like, you think you're done, you think you're going to do this, and it just, you finish there. Like, I know people that are 35, 40, still in it. And I was like, you know what? That's what made me want to retire. I was like, you know what? I did 10 years. Yeah, I'm still young. I'm only 31.
No disrespect to the ones that are still doing it.
No, like, but some people have a better position.
Yeah.
Like I got to 31, was right about to kind of take over a spot and do this stuff. But at the end of the day, I didn't like the politics. And owning my own business, I didn't want to give all that time to them when I can give it to myself.
Yourself, oh God.
So that was a big thing with me. And like, just wrapping up the episode, just saying like, hey, it's all right if that's where you at. And that's all right if that's where you want to stay. But if not, you have to get uncomfortable to get out of that, because I'm not going to lie to you. That money.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
100%.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I just think your mental, it takes a big toll on your mental.
Well, yeah, that time.
To make it through the weekend, knowing that you have to just pop up there and just deal with a whole bunch of just chaotic people that like to like release their demons in there. And it's like, bro, why are you here doing that? But then you can't blame them because you also signed up for it. So it's like, damn.
Yeah.
We got stories. I got stories for days, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's another episode.
That's another episode.
But hey, everybody, this was a great time. This is the IMF podcast, and we'll check y'all next time. And one thing, one advice I'd give to anybody
before we leave.
A positive note about working in the industry is the networking and the people that you meet is endless. You could be running into a doctor, you could be running into a millionaire, a billionaire,
Hey, trust me, I got out of the business from the network and the people that I met. That people just, they're there to vibe with you, and if they vibe with you, make sure you get their information. Make sure you talk to them.
Because you just
make sure you know who they are, because they'll remember you.
You really never know.
You never know who you're gonna deal with.
Yeah, bro. Your network is your net worth. Keep that in mind. Head ass.
I think that was a good video.
That was good. That was 30 minutes. 36.
Cut that last part. Yeah.